Welcome back to Part 3 of the Introduction to Competency Mastery Learning Design. My name is Joel Montgomery, and I'll be your host. Part 3 deals with the design details. Competency Mastery Learning Design approach. Take a look at the target, the Competency Mastery Learning Design webinar workshop. You'll see circles from the center radiating outward with lettered circles and some spokes attached. These workshops focus on targeted competency change, and there is a blueprint or mind mapping process that zeroes in on the targeted competency change. Then there are relevant learning goals. Those are the numbered spokes. There are related learning activities. Those are the lettered circles A through I. And there is an authentic context, that's circle J, that everything works in. Support for competency mastery learning design environments. Again, you can see these nodes on the wheel and the spokes. The support is used as needed and just in time. Supports the learning activity without confining it. It duplicates or parallels support available in real life, and it can be a mix of resources, people, print, and computer-based resources all interacting together. Sometimes static, as in pre-printed, or sometimes live, as in talking with a coach. There are underlying target skills and proficiencies that are often required to build at higher levels of competency mastery. So we use these target skills and proficiencies to adjust the deliverables and benchmarks appropriately, and to encourage the proficient development of competency-focused real-world skills. Handbooks can be optional and can have a workshop name, and then it would deal with the workshop context, the workshop focus, the schedule, the activities, the value delivery checklists, and workshop references and tools. Those are all possible index items within the workshop handbook. Value delivery checklists are used to help the people identify the tasks and the deliverables, look at the quality benchmarks, make sure they are attaining competency, and will often include worksheets and references for each activity. Activity deliverables and quality benchmarks. Activity deliverables are expected from the learning activity, and documentation of the team learning is part of the deliverable. Quality benchmarks demonstrate proficiency. Quite often, these benchmarks can be recorded and established by webcam or video capture, or by brainstorming on a whiteboard or a newsprint. The competency mastery learning experience involves a collaborative team, real-world activities and support, and learning transferred to real-world applications. When people leave this environment, they can take what they have learned and their new competencies and apply it immediately on their challenges the next week. There are coaching roles in competency mastery learning. There will be a competency coaching team with coach participants, as well as real-world team members, both internal and external, and virtual coaches, live and automated. So all of these coaches can be involved in a competency mastery program. Sometimes you'll have multiples, like one of those on each team. Sometimes there'll be across teams as a resource. In competency mastery, the competency coaching leadership is expressed through listening, expertise is shared through relevant stories, and reflective questions are offered rather than direction. The competency coaching team. Most often, different skills or different areas of deep skill and expertise are required from each person, and the team shares the responsibility for guiding the competency mastery learning. So they collaborate together to guide the participants through the step-by-step process. The coach-participant role. This will be a collaborative team member with a different skill and experience base, probably from many of the other team members. There will be competency guidelines for trust building and team development, and sometimes the team as a whole shares that role. There will often be a real-world team member, another collaborative team member, again with a different skill or experience base, and internal or real-world experience. Competency guidelines for trust building and team development will be included for that person to share as well. In competency mastery learning, the content is driven by the context. Participants apply real-world experience to solve challenges encountered in the learning environment. Value, that's relevance plus usefulness, are measured in terms of application in the learning environment. In competency mastery learning, we deal with the real world and real-world focused context. So participants apply the experience they have from the learning environment to solve challenges in their real-world context. The value, the relevance, and usefulness is measured in terms of application to real-world challenges. As part of the process, teams share their change or learning outcomes. They track the team approach to each activity, reflect on their experience, change their approach as needed, and document their learning in the context for future work application. What did we do here? What does that mean we need to do the next time we work as a team on the job? The team tracking tool is used as a coaching reference point as well as by the team as a whole. Again, it looks at what the team does as a process. So the inputs deal with the needs, the resources, and the ideas, and they build toward the shared vision. Then in the center you'll see bringing things into practice, bringing the shared vision to life, and they're going to be dealing with approaches or strategy and action or tactics. In the output, that was the transforming process. In the output side, the task outcomes or the work done today, was the vision achieved. And the learning outcomes and change outcomes, learning how to get the work done better today and tomorrow. Synergy is a consequence for effective trust building, and the trust building activities are highlighted in red. You'll see accepting others and opening to new ideas, really important at the beginning stage of this. Once they move to a shared vision, they can build common goals, and then as they are bringing the vision to life, they can work and learn collaboratively. At the bottom, you'll see feedback, a continuous probe of value as they move from task and learning outcomes back to the shared vision. Are we accomplishing our goal? You'll see the do not enter sign because quite often at the top, some people try to go from inputs right into outputs without going through what they need to in terms of the transforming process. This graphic you will have seen before. It's competency change mapped to performance. So again, we look at the performance, and people start at an old level of performance, whatever that was before the change. And you'll see at the top the 6 steps and 3 stages of change: recognize, explore, and awareness stage, learn and practice and acceptance, and apply and integrate in the action stage. So you start at the old level of performance, and as soon as you move through the explore stage and go into the learn stage, there'll be a downshift where there's some confusion and need for more support. And there will be some disorientation and discomfort as you begin to learn, and you really need that support structure because you have to do it with help. And then as you begin to progress through the practice stages and you begin more and more to be independent with the new change, you will attain, by the time you finish the practice stage and go into apply and integrate, a new and improved level of performance. For more information, please contact me, Joel Montgomery, and you'll see my street address there on your screen. That is our office telephone number. You can email me at joelmonty@competencymastery.com. And for this program, our website is www.competencymastery.com. We appreciate your watching all 3 videos, or 3 parts in the series on Introduction to Competency Mastery Learning Design. And we look forward to the next time we get together. Thanks again.